This is an MMA Insiders Quick Fix on Radio Influence.
Bjorn Rebney joining us here on the MMA Insiders Podcast. Bjorn, we saw what Jon Jones went through with his arbitration process with USADA. Do you feel USADA, the arbitration process, is a fair process for the fighters?
I think across the board it's an unfair process to the fighters. And not because of the hyper-specific elements of it, because we could talk about that for hours. I just think it's an unfair process to the fighters because they had no say in its creation or its execution. It's an unfair process because the UFC and Dana and Lorenzo were able to sell their company for over $4 billion because of the fighters. That's what sold the UFC, was the money that the fighters generated via a very specific and very direct source of revenue streams. So when you're able to build up a company that's more valuable than any company in the history of sports, and you do it on the blood, sweat, and tears of fighters, when you make decisions that can impact those fighters' lives, their ability to make money, their ability to pay the rent, to put food on the table, that has to be a mutual decision. So before you can even get to analyzing the pros and cons of that actual policy, you have to look at the underlying tenet that it was a policy that was mandated that had no say from any representation from the fighters. It just makes it wrong on its face.
The MMA Insiders can be found on iTunes, Stitcher, and RadioInfluence.com.